Hi, my name is Amanda, and I am a 200-hour certified yoga teacher. I'm currently in my 300-hour yoga teacher training through my vinyasa practice. And this video is intended to be a free Karma Hours class for anyone on YouTube to participate. I have kind of the beginner and intermediate yogi in mind. If you've never taken yoga, still welcome and you'll be fine to be able to take this most likely. Any kind of poses that I offer, you're free to exchange out with something different, adjust according to your body's needs. In yoga, I feel like the only rule there really should be is that your body is the rule and that you need to listen to how your body's feeling. And if you're feeling pain, to back away or adjust in some kind of way to help yourself prioritize your comfort. Also, I encourage that you anchor your attention on not just the cueings, but your breath, that you can inhale nice and deep through the nose and nice and deep out the nose. Um, and also, I encourage you to let go of distractions as much as possible and just focus on practicing yoga for an hour and not allowing yourself to get pulled away to do other things, which is so easy to do when we're at home. And then blocks can be really helpful. If you don't have one, you certainly don't need one, but they can be helpful to make poses easier or more difficult. So it's an option. If there's anything in your home that could resemble anything like a block or maybe a book or a pillow, stool, and those are all great options to help you. And so we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. If you want to place the block under your hips, go ahead. It's perfectly fine to do. And we're going to begin with square breathing. How this is done is you'll inhale for 4 counts. You'll hold your breath for 4 counts. You'll exhale for 4 counts, and you'll hold at the bottom for 4 counts. And we'll repeat that. We'll do 3 cycles of this square breathing. It might be easier to have a block having your hips a little higher than your knees can help with breathing easier. So first, just lengthen your spine here and see if you can get your head stacked on your shoulders and your shoulders stacked on your hips. And we'll just take a nice normal inhale through the nose. Fill up. And then you can sigh it out the mouth. And we'll begin. On your inhale, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Nice. We'll do that again at the end of our practice. It's a pranayama, is part of yoga, which is the breath work, the different breath exercises that we do. You feel free to keep that block there or remove it at this point. And I'm also going to ask you to maybe switch your leg orientation to be opposite of what you were doing before, just to kind of even yourself out a little bit. On your next inhale, we're going to reach our arms out and up. And on your exhale, lean to your right. Let that hand just fall here wherever is comfortable, and you can adjust once you're there. We'll pull the left shoulder back. Take a nice inhale, expand your side here. And on your exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach out and up again. And on your exhale, fall to your left. We'll pull the right shoulder back this time. Take a nice inhale, fill up, widen the side here. And on your exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Let the hands land wherever makes sense to you here. Lengthen your spine upward. See if you can look behind yourself. As you take an inhale, see if you can get a little bit taller. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Maybe look a little further behind yourself. Inhale, reach the arms out and up again. And on your exhale, twist to the left. We're going to let the hands land wherever you like. Lengthen the spine upward. Look behind yourself. Take a nice deep breath in. Get a little bit taller. On your exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach out and up again. Exhale, fold forward. Drop your hands in front of you. And then from there, you can walk closer to yourself or further, depending on what you're feeling like you need. Allow your head to just drop here. Feel your back expand as you inhale. And maybe sink a little deeper on your exhale. From here, come on up back to a seat. We're going to get rid of the block. Set it to the side and come to a tabletop position, which is on your hands and knees. Your shoulders will be stacked directly on top of your wrists, and your hips will be stacked directly on top of your knees. This is a nice tabletop here. You're lengthening your spine laterally here from head to tailbone. Breathe deeply. We're going to take some cat-cow. So first you'll sink your belly and look up. Take a big breath in. This is cow. On your exhale, arch your back upward and pull your head and pelvis towards each other. Press into the ground. You can rock a little bit here. Inhale, cow, sink the belly, look up. Exhale, cat. Just a few more of these in your own time and way, or any other organic or natural movements for you. Go ahead and find that tabletop position again. And on your inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, look up. On your exhale, loop that hand under the left armpit and bring your right ear to the mat or thread the needle. Once you're here, feel free to do what you like with your left arm and left leg. They can kind of adjust to help support you here. Continuing with the breath. One more inhale here. On your exhale, bring the left hand under the left shoulder. On your inhale, reach the right arm back up to the sky. On your exhale, circle it back down to tabletop. And take a cat-cow after you've squared off your hips over the knees and shoulders over the wrists. Find your neutral spine here in tabletop, and then reach the left arm up to the sky. Look up at it, take a big breath in. On your exhale, loop the hand under the right armpit, left ear to the mat, thread the needle. Just kind of settle in, find places where you can relax just a little bit more. One more inhale here. On your exhale, bring the right hand under the right shoulder, press yourself up, take an inhale to reach the left arm back up to the sky, look up. On your exhale, circle the hand back down to tabletop, square off and take a cat-cow. We're going to move into fire toes. This might be too intense for some, so just back off if you're not loving it, but tuck your toes under behind you. Sit your hips back onto the heels and then get your shoulders on top of your hips. I'm going to invert my wrists while I'm sitting here, just warming up my wrists a little bit more, bringing them together. Sit nice and tall, breathe deeply in On your exhale, maybe the elbows get dropped just a little bit, keeping the wrist in contact as much as you're able. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come on out of this. Feel free to paddle your feet behind you. All right, we're back in tabletop. We're going to find our first child's pose. You'll sink your hips back again from here. If you want to widen them, go ahead, or just keep them hips width. Either way is fine. Just find the distance that makes sense for your body here. You'll reach your arms forward, or they can come to the sides or behind you if you wanted. If your head reaches the mat or a block, you're welcome to roll your forehead out on that. It's kind of massage. Take a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, come on up and get to a seat. Anything comfortable. In yoga vinyasa classes, we do often what you call a vinyasa, obviously. And a vinyasa it's an optional thing to do. It's a series of a few poses. And the poses can be switched out and modified or changed according to the yogi's desires. And you can always skip them, or you can do something different, or you can take a break or grab a drink or do push-ups. Whatever you feel like doing is kind of that time during a vinyasa to do that in any yoga class. And so that's how today we'll practice. If you ever want to skip it, feel free to do so. I'm going to walk you through the first vinyasa, or sometimes they're called a flow. This first option, you start out on a plank on your knees. So find a nice long line from head, the crown of your head to your knees, and make sure that your hands are under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Take a nice inhale, press the ground away from you. Maybe you lift out of those shoulders just a little bit upward. On your exhale, bringing the elbows close to your body, slowly lower all the way down. Once you get to the bottom, we'll press into the ground with the tops of our feet, keeping those elbows close to our body. Take an inhale, lift your heart for cobra. Stay up on your exhale. This is the second pose in the vinyasa series. And then we're going to move back to that tabletop position. Tuck our toes under behind us and send our hips up and back for down dog. Now your feet don't need to touch your heels don't need to touch the ground. Just let them sink in that direction. Your feet can be together or they can be hips width distance. Hands are about shoulder width apart and fingers spread wide. Hips are reaching to the sky. We're looking for a nice flat line from our back, both back sides of our body if we're able here. Breathe. This is the last pose in the vinyasa, is down dog. I'm going to walk you through one other vinyasa option. What you'll do is rock yourself forward to a plank. This is a high plank. You're always free to drop your knees on and do a low plank. But in this option, we start from a high plank and you press the ground away as you inhale, lift up. As you exhale, keeping the elbows close, lower halfway down, chaturanga. On your inhale, you're going to straighten your elbows, float your hips just off the mat, up dog. Now your toes can be tucked or untucked here. It doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable to you. And from up dog, you move into your down dog, stopping in any spots you want, taking your time along the way. That was another option for a vinyasa. Again, these are always tinkerable. You can mess around with them and change them in any way you desire, or skip them, or replace them with something else. Go ahead and bend your knees, look forward. If you want to bounce a little bit gently, go ahead. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Just take some steps forward. Get your feet under your hips. Knees can be bent as much as you like. Forward fold. Just let your body fall forward here. Take a few breaths. Allow yourself to hang a little bit further. On your next inhale, we're going to halfway lift up your back, finding kind of a tabletop position with your back. Flatten your spine. Stay here on your exhale. Another inhale. Exhale, fold back down again. And we're going to roll our way up, all the way to standing. Breathe in as you go. When you get to the top, let's reach up, look up, and then bring your hands to prayer together and palms together in front of your heart. This is mountain pose, or you can have the hands at your sides, palms forward. In yoga also, and vinyasa classes, we often do what we call a sun salutation. I'm going to walk you through a sun A. It's another series of just a few poses that have a vinyasa in the middle of it. And then you do those few poses again. So it starts out in mountain here. Stand nice and tall. Take a few breaths. Upward salute, reach up, look up, take a big breath in. On your exhale, fold forward. Forward fold here, just hang out for a couple of breaths. Drop your head, drop your thoughts, breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay on your exhale. One more inhale here. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough to plant your hands under your shoulders. Step back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa or skip it and meet us in a down dog. Pedaling it out. It's a great place to nod your head yes. Full range of motion. Move as much as you can here with your head. And no. Allow your head to dangle. Take a nice inhale here. Fill up. Sigh it out the mouth. Bend your knees generously. Look forward. You can bounce if you like a little bit here. And either step, hop, tiptoe forward, forward fold, top of your mat. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Stay up on your exhale here. Take another inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Couple of breaths here. And then you're going to roll your way up, taking your time. Breathe in as you go. When you get to the top, we'll reach our arms out and up. Look up. And on your exhale, bring your palms together, hands to prayer or at your sides for mountain. That was a sun salutation A, that whole series of poses that we just did. And we're going to do that one more time, just a little bit faster. Starting out in your mountain pose. On your next inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to your plank. I'm going to drop my knees for this plank. Move through your vinyasa or skip it and meet us in a down dog. Pedaling the feet if you like. Nod your head yes. and no. And that nodding of the head is not part of a vinyasa or sane, by the way. It's just something I threw in there. Go ahead and bend your knees, look forward, take a bounce if you want, step forward, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your way up, breathe in as you go, look up, reach up. And on your exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Beautiful. Just take a couple of breaths here. Maybe close your eyes if you like. Take a body scan, see how you're feeling. Really tuning in. I'm going to take you through a series of poses here, what they call flow. On your inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, chair. We're going to bend our knees. You can bring your hands to prayer, keep reaching up, or the arms can reach behind you. You're kind of going for a neutral spine here. You don't want to arch your back and you don't want to tuck your pelvis either. You just want a nice kind of flat back here. Knees are pointing in the direction of the toes. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up, Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough to plant your hands. Step back to a plank, your plank. Optional vinyasa or skip and just meet us in down dog. So we're going to be moving into three-legged dog. It might make it easier for you to bring your big toes together on the back of your mat here in your down dog. On your inhale, you're going to float the right foot off the mat. Doesn't matter how high. We're keeping those right hips squared with the left hip as much as you can here. Big breath in. On your exhale, rock forward and bring your right knee towards your nose. Step between your hands. We're going to try to get a right knee directly on top of the right ankle. Engage your core. Widen your stance maybe so that you're on tracks versus a tightrope. We're perched on the ball of our back foot here. Take an inhale to bring your body up for high crescent lunge. On your exhale, we're going to sink that right hip down and back. Beautiful. On your next inhale, reach higher. Exhale, open to your left, warrior two. We've got our shoulders stacked on top of our hips. We're engaging our core and pelvis here. We're still attempting to get that right knee directly on top of the right ankle. And the back foot is sealed to the mat, parallel to the back of your mat. Arms are reaching in front and behind you. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to take the hands behind, maybe interlace the fingers and lengthen the elbows, open the heart, or you can grab opposite elbows behind you. Lift your heart, look up, take a big breath in. On your exhale, your right shoulder and right knee are going to come towards each other. See if they can make contact. Humble warrior. You can release the arms if you need to, or if you're still holding those hands, go ahead and reach them up to the sky. Big breath in. On your exhale, release the hands. We're going to come on up, face the front knee, warrior one. Left toes are pointing towards maybe the top left corner of your mat or parallel to the back of your mat. You've got your right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. We're facing the front knee, that right knee. Reach up. Warrior one. Inhale, reach higher. On your exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg and tilt ourselves forward here. If you want to adjust your stance, feel free. In fact, I'm going to go grab my block. This is a great place for a block too. You can place it on whatever level you like to lean on. The front leg does not need to be straight. Back leg stay. Bend as much as you need to here. Take a giant inhale. Let it out. We're going to step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold, the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll your way back up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come to prayer or at your sides for mountain. See how you feel. We just did one side of that flow, so you might feel a little bit different on one side of the body. That's okay. Just you're checking in, being mindful of what's happening inside here. All right, we're going to take that flow on the other side. Inhale, look up, reach up, Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Hang out for a few breaths here. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough to plant your hands under your shoulders. Step back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa or skip it and meet us in a down dog. Feel free to pedal it out here. Deep breaths. Preparing for three-legged dog. If you want to bring your big toes together at the back of your mat and your down dog, go ahead. And on your next inhale, float the left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Keep those hips square. Exhale, knee to nose, rock it forward. Step between your hands. Get the left knee on top of the left ankle. Widen your stance. We're popped on the ball of the back foot there. Get on tracks, not a tightrope. Take an inhale to come on up. And an exhale to sink your left hip down and back. It's okay to wobble and lose your balance here. It's just part of the game. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, open to your right, warrior two. The right foot is sealed down, parallel to the back of the mat. We're still trying to get that left knee on top of the left ankle. Shoulders are stacked on the hips. Our core and hips are engaged. Reaching. Breathe in. On your exhale, take opposite elbows behind the back or interlace the fingers, lengthen the arms. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. On your exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder and left knee come together. Breathe. Breathe in. On your exhale, release the hands. We're going to come on up to warrior one, facing the front of your mat. You might want to adjust your stance here. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, straighten the front leg, tilt your way forward for pyramid. Grab your block if you like here. Big breath in. On your exhale, right foot meets left, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your way up, breathe in as you go, look up, reach up. On your exhale, hands come back to prayer. Now we're going to do some balancing poses. So you might want to grab onto a wall or a chair. You can hold on to whatever you need to hold on to. We're going to get our weight into the right foot and the left foot. And you want a soft knee that you're going to stand on, not bent necessarily, but not locked. The left foot can kickstand itself right along the ankle here of the right foot, or it can rest itself on the shin or the calf muscle. Anywhere but the knee is okay to bring it. When you've got your legs situated, you can use your hand to help you here. I'm using the wall here to help me balance. Get yourself vertically stacked, your shoulders on top of the hips, hips on top of the knees, knees on top of the ankle, knee on top of the ankle. All right, and then you can use your hands as branches. They can stay still or move. I would encourage you to find something not moving in front of you that you could stare at. It's called a drishti in yoga. Helps keep you balanced and stable. On your next inhale, reach the hands up. On your exhale, take the left foot and kickstand it behind you, the ball behind you. Bend both knees, curtsy. We're going to lean to our right with the arms up to the right. Big breath in, reach up. On your exhale, bend your knees enough to reach the mat. On your inhale, bring the left knee towards your nose. And on your exhale, step it down. Forward fold. Might need to get recentered here on your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your way up, breathe in as you go. Look up, reach up. On your exhale, hands come together, a prayer. Again, you can hold on to something if you want to help you balance. Get your weight into the left foot. Right foot comes to tree. When you're all situated, allow the branches to move or be still as you wish. You can test your balance by lifting a heel or closing your eyes or finding movement. It's okay to fall. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, take the right foot, the ball, and kickstand it behind you. Bend your knees. Find a curtsy. We'll reach up to the left. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bend your knees enough to touch the mat. Inhale, right knee towards nose. Exhale, step it down. Forward fold. You can always use your block here too. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your way up. Breathe in as you go. Look up, reach up at the top. On your exhale, hands find prayer. And then we're going to go ahead and take a tabletop position again. So back to the tabletop, squaring off shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Start taking some cat-cows again. And I'm going to start winding down class with a few more stretches, and then we'll end with some more breath work after Shavasana, which I'll explain in a little bit. Go ahead and find your neutral spine here. Take the right arm back up to the sky. Big breath in, reach, reach, reach. On your exhale, thread the needle, right ear to the mat. Stay and hang out for a little bit. Bring your left hand back under the left shoulder. Press yourself up with an inhale. Reach the right arm back up to the sky. On your exhale, circle the hand back down to tabletop. Square yourself off and take a cat-cow. Neutral spine. Left arm up. Reach up. Look up. Big breath in. On your exhale, thread the needle. Left ear to the mat. Hang out. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder. Press yourself up. Take a big breath in. Reach the left arm to the sky. On your exhale, circle it back down to tabletop. Take a cat-cow. And go ahead and find your belly. Lay on it. We're going to bring our elbows directly under our shoulders, spreading our fingers wide. Double high five to the mat. So it's like two parallel trees. This is Sphinx. And from here, we're going to try to cat-cow. I know you're not going to get a ton of movement, but it's worth the effort. So first, sink your belly, look up, take a big breath in. This is your cow here in Sphinx. As you exhale, press into the ground with your elbows, tuck your chin towards your chest. Arch your back upward. Maybe even lift yourself up a little bit off the mat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Just a few more of these. And then find your child's pose. Again, knees wider together, whatever suits you right now. Take a few breaths here. Go ahead and come to a seat. We're going to do a little bit of neck work. On your inhale, lengthen your head upward. On your exhale, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let the shoulder sink here. Try to find length in your spine. We're not going to avoid the hunching if possible. If you want your block here under your hips, that's great too. Inhale, lengthen the head upward. Exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Letting those shoulders sink. Inhale, lift the head upward. Exhale, chin towards chest. And then from here, slowly take the shoulder over to the right, the head over to the right shoulder. We're going to circle all the way around. Take your time. Really take your time. Stop in any spots that are a little bit tight. You can just ooze into them. Feel free to close your eyes and open your mouth. Work your way all the way around slowly. And when your chin returns to the front, reverse your direction. Take your time. Keeping length in the spine, keeping the shoulders dropped. Maybe go a couple times each way. Breathing through all of this. This is a moment I'm going to take a drink and remove the block. Now we're going to move into boat. So you'll take a seat and bend your knees in front of you. Your feet are about hips width apart. You can use your hands and take them under your knees and use this to help leverage you into the flattest, tallest back you can get. When you've got a really nice back, as much as you're able to get it, just tilt back a little bit. From here, if you want, you can let your feet come off the mat, or you can let go of the arms or the legs too if you want. Another option is to straighten one leg or both legs, or to paddle here. But keep that back as flat as you're able here. Couple of breaths. Go ahead and tuck your chin and come to your back. We're going to do bridge. So here your knees are bent again and your feet are flat on the mat. You can reach for your ankles and see if you can just graze your ankles with your middle finger. That's about the distance we're aiming for. On your inhale, lift your hips up and off the mat and stay up here on your exhale. As you inhale again, see if you can lift a smidge higher. Exhale, drop it back down slowly. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. And on your exhale, slowly float your hips back down. We're going to do this one last time. On your inhale, take your bridge. Stay up on your exhale. Inhale, lift a smidge higher. Exhale, slowly float the hips back down. We're going to hug the knees into our chest. Stand to the ceiling. Bring your elbows to the inside of the knees and then reach for either your shins, knees, outside of your feet, or big toes with your peace fingers. Happy baby. Once you've got the grasp that you like, feel free to just make as much contact with the ground and your back as you can. Or you could try to rock around by extending a leg or two and massage the muscles on your back. Just whatever option sounds good to you right now. And then go ahead and hug the knees back into the chest. Take them over to the right. Tee your arms. Look left. I'm going to stay here for a bit. One more long inhale here. On your exhale, hug the knees back into your chest in the center. Come to your back. And then let's take both knees over to the left. Tee your arms, look right. I'm going to hang out here for a bit. Take one more last inhale here. On your exhale, hug the knees back into the chest. And go ahead and hug the knees in as tight as you're able. Get into a ball as much as you're able to. And I know this is difficult to ask, but take another long inhale here. Maybe pause at the top. And when you're ready, release onto your back into a Shavasana pose. Now, Shavasana means corpse pose. And it looks like this on your back. Your palms are up out to your sides. Feet are kind of open. And Shavasana is the part of class that you spend about 10 to 15% of every class resting in this kind of rest pose. It can be any other pose if you wish, though. You can also grab blocks to support you, or pillows or blankets to get comfortable. It's very important to prioritize your comfort, but you're free to bend your knees or roll to your side or come to a child's pose or any other comfortable pose. And it's encouraged that you stay here for the length of our practice. We would say about 5 more minutes. I'll walk you through a body scan here as you get comfortable and settle in, get whatever you need. When you're all situated, if you wish, I'll invite you to close your eyes and relax your forehead and your jaw, your shoulders and arms and hands, your torso, your hips and legs and feet. Take a nice long inhale. Sigh it out. Enjoy your Shavasana. I'll guide you out in 5 minutes, and then we will do square breathing to end our practice. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. to your body, to what you've been doing. You can invite small movements of your fingers and toes, or feet and hands, wrists and ankles. Maybe your head rocks right and left. If you're ready, feel free to roll to your favorite side, a fetal position, a new birth, a new you, a new day. And if you're ready, make your way to a seat. I have a block under me to help me with the pranayama. We're going to do square breathing again. We'll do 3 sets, but first, a long inhale through the nose, fill all the way up. Maybe pause at the top, and then sigh it out. And we'll begin. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last set. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Nice long inhale through the nose. Fill all the way up. Sigh it out. And last time, fill up through the nose all the way. Best breath of your day. Pause at the top and then sigh it out. Feel free to welcome your hands to your heart. I so appreciate you taking the time to practice with me today. Much love to you. Namaste.